There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome to TV8's Good Morning Vail. For Tuesday, October 5th, 2021, that's a live look at the Eagle County Regional Airport on what appears to be another absolutely perfect fall day here in Eagle County. A little dark to start the mornings off though, Maddie. It's kind of spooky walking the pup before the show, huh?
Spooky, we're in the spooky season.
Yeah, there's some headlamps out on the trail, and then those just lovely citizens who refuse to use a dog leash. You just get just accosted by a random dog that comes jumping out of the bushes. That's not scary in the slightest in the pitch black. But I digress. I'm one of your hosts today, Eric Sundblad, alongside the always rule dog following, Maddie Evans. Maddie, what's good?
So today's a very special day.
It is a special day for the Evans family, nigh the world as a whole.
Yes.
The whole world is coming together in celebration of this special day. What is this special day, Maddie? I know the answer, but our viewers don't. I don't want to take the confetti and thunder away from you.
You can take all of the confetti and thunder, but today is my older brother's birthday. So happy birthday, Jake, from myself, Eric, and everyone else at the TV station.
Happy birthday, duder. Hope you're enjoying PS5. Maybe you got some Deathloop in your life. Maybe some Kenna Bridge of Spirits. Kenna, who knows? They never pronounce it correctly. We got a Far Cry 6. I know you love the Far Cry series. That comes out this Thursday. I hope you're getting down into that. It's a good time for video gaming, and I know you love that like I do. So let's hook up online in video games.
Aw, the bromance.
Yeah, buddy. You're a rad dude. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jakey. We all love you. Well, so that was my big thing. Also, we're only 43 days,
38.
38. Where did 43 come from?
You rewound to last Thursday.
Okay, 38 days away from Vail Mountain opening. Gotta fast forward now to catch up to today.
You're in a time loop. Don't get stuck in a 4-day time loop. That's no fun.
I just don't know what's happening with any of them. I'm just like spinning in circles right now.
But you're giving that countdown to Vail. There's a high probability that Keystone gets open a little bit sooner, or even Loveland or Arapahoe Basin. So we're potentially looking at like 2 weeks, maybe October 22nd.
I know.
That's kind of the date that I've been honing in on.
It's to be determined.
Yeah, the one we fully know about.
I gotta keep my hopes in check, because if my hopes get up and then I get saddened by my hopes being up and a severe decline of my hopes, then I'm going to be a very sad small human.
Yeah, and I won't stand for that. So help me weather. If you disappoint this lovely human being here, I will fly myself up into the clouds and make you snow.
Aww.
Snow, Mr. Weather.
Aw, you're such a good co-host.
Hey. Teamwork.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Eric's taking care of me, making sure that it snows so that I can be excited for winter.
So I was going to say this in the forecast, but since we're on the topic, there is some potential excitement for Friday and Saturday. It looks like with the oncoming precipitation as we get into the late evening hours and it cools down, could potentially see some snowfall on the Battle Mountain Huskies football game on Friday night, and maybe even into Saturday morning, early morning before 10 a.m. So the soccer game at Vail Mountain School at 11 on Saturday could be a slippery, interesting affair. I've been waiting to see what sports do up here when it starts to snow and how that affects everybody.
I mean, I'm excited. I hope I wake up Saturday morning at my high elevation house and there's snow on the ground.
Oh, it would be amazing. Oh, it would be amazing.
I need to sweep up all the leaves first before that happens, though.
Oh my gosh, how slippery do the trails get once all the leaves fall? It's like the most dangerous time of year to be hiking on trails up here. Like the leaves are worse than ice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the leaves, and then when they get that little frost coating on them.
Yeah.
B and I were trekking up the mountain behind my house on Saturday, and I was like, we're going to go down. One of us is going to go down. I know it's going to be me. This is going to be terrible.
Yeah, I don't think dogs just slip.
No, and I was like, I'm going to be muddy and sad and cold and wet. I was like, Beatrice, I swear to God, like, you have to keep me up right now. She didn't. She was like, yeah, see you later.
Yeah, no, there's a deer over here. I'm going to go chase
She was
this.
like, do you hear that squirrel in the tree like 300 yards from here? It needs me to try and eat it.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
always.
you got to get that squirrel.
Always. It's insane.
Oh gosh. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that little bit of fun rambling. That's how we wake ourselves up and wake you up in the morning. We just have ridiculous cold opens. That's what those are called, folks. A little behind the scenes look. Anyway, we got a great Good Morning Vail in store for you today. We've got the Westin Athletic Club coming in. We're going to be showing off some yoga. That's going to be an absolute blast to end the show. And then, of course, as we all know, the Vail Town Council election is coming up in just a few short weeks, and part of educating our community on the various council members or future council members that will be running in this election, we're going to be having Brian Stockmar, a current incumbent, joining us to have a little conversation about what his platform is, his thoughts are on the various topics and issues currently going on in Vail. So that'll be a great chat coming up later today.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy show. I love when we get going. And also, we have some exciting news that we're going to be giving you some more information on. Not right now. I'm just going to tease it. Exciting news. I love a good exciting news tease. But there is something that is happening tomorrow night that I do want to touch on because I'm so excited for this show. Jade Bird at the Vail Performing Arts Center for their Underground Sound series. You can buy your tickets right now. You can still buy a pass to go to the rest of the shows. Only one of them has happened. So there's 6 more shows left in the series, which means that you can buy a pass and have 6 drinks, 6 shows, $125, and the pass is interchangeable between you and any friends.
Oh, that's a great value. Ooh, did Jade Bird, she's got the Madeline song, right? She's the only one that says your name properly and spells it the same way?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be a good time for
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be probably the only person on the dance floor per last Underground Sound show, and I don't even care.
Well, if you impress the artist enough, she'll get to bring you up stage and on stage.
When I'm like, I'm Madeline!
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Perfect.
That'll be a good time. So, yeah, if you want to see Maddie get on stage and act like a goober, head on over to the Vail Center tomorrow night for Underground Sound. That sounds like a great deal. Thanks to the Vail Center for providing us Watch and Win stuff last week as well. Those guys rock.
I know. I was worried that Watch and Win was maybe going to have to be reused.
No, it was instant.
It was
instant call.
Instant. We put the number up on the screen to say these tickets are for any show you would like, and boom, amazing.
Yeah. Thank you, our loyal viewers. We love making this show. Thank you so much for watching us. But it's time to take that first commercial break. We'll come back with a look at your local weather forecast.
Good morning, Vail.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Welcome to beautiful, sunny San Diego, known for its white sand beaches and amazing weather. I'm Stephanie J. This is the Opulent Minute.
This gorgeous 2-story home is located in La Jolla's exclusive Loa Hermosa.
The spacious grand entry boasts a dramatic winding staircase to the upper level and opens to a gorgeous water view living room.
Enjoy panoramic ocean and sunset views while relaxing to the sound of rolling waves from nearly every room of this incredible Mediterranean estate.
I'm here with Mayumi, a massage therapist from To Go Spa. Tell us about the services you offer.
We go to your rental property and do the massage and nail services so you can enjoy your vacation time.
Book now at opulentvacations.com.
Luxury accommodations just steps from Wind and Sea Beach. This is Southern California lifestyle at its finest. We'll see you next time on the Opulent Minute. Contact us today, opulentvacations.com.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale, and in many of the houses we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
Good morning, Vail.
We are expecting another absolutely perfect fall day here in Eagle County. That's a live shot of Leadville, way up there at 10,000 feet around Colorado Mountain College. Yeah, beautiful sunrise. I love the fall time as the days start to get a little shorter. Sunrise happens after you're all kind of up and ready to go rather than sun rising before you even wake up like in the summertime, unless you're a morning show host like us, of course. But today we're looking at very similar conditions to yesterday, which was an absolutely perfect day. I had my shorts on for the evening walk. Things were warming up nicely by about 2-3 p.m. So expect that today as well. High of 70 degrees today, starting off around 44 degrees. The only potential difference that separates us from yesterday is just that slight chance of precipitation today. Just about a 10% chance though, so that will come, if it comes, in the form of a quick little afternoon shower that should just sprinkle its way across the I-70 corridor. Likely not to happen, but just in case, since it could be chilly, maybe bring a layer with you if you're walking the dog in the evening time or getting on an afternoon hike. This evening, expect temperatures to reach a low of 39 degrees. That 10% chance of rain is kind of trickling its way into the evening time, but again, nothing to take overly seriously quite yet. Now, as we pan the view out, take a look at the national map, there is some precipitation to take seriously, starting to really bubble its way to the surface up here in the Pacific Northwest. Now, that should slowly be making its way across the country to us here in Colorado. Now, there is a little bit of precipitation here right now in Utah, Arizona. That's expected to curl upwards and hit kind of the Great Plains, Great Lakes area. So that's where that 10% chance of precipitation for today is coming from, as that should take a little curl up. But this is the big storm, that Pacific Northwest. That storm could very likely bring us some snow late Friday evening, early Saturday morning. I'm getting hyped about that. It'll be good to see some snow in our forecast and on the ground. Now, for today's forecast though, along the I-70 corridor, 81 degrees in Denver, 70 and 71 in Vail and Avon, and then 75 in Eagle. And now for the 5-day forecast, Saturday and Sunday, that's where that big Pacific Northwest precipitation is expected to come into play. Temperatures slowly declining throughout the course of the week, but overall, great fall weather for wandering around and checking out those leaves before they are likely all on the ground this weekend. So just a few more days left if you want to go see some great fall colors, potentially up in Leadville, or a great hike around Vail or Beaver Creek. Now let's take a short little break, and Maddie and I are going to chat about a fun new show on TV8 coming up next.
Good morning, Vail.
Eric Stewart-Blad with Good Morning Vail here alongside Maddie Evans as always. Maddie, we've been having a blast bringing everyone Good Morning Vail back into their lives, but something has been missing, Maddie. Something has been missing.
I'm so excited. The watch and wins. We're giving things away.
This was the favorite part of our show back in the day. We love to give away free prizes. In just a few short weeks, we are going to be back with more watch and wins.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale, and in many of the houses we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
Good morning, Vail.
Hey, welcome back, friends. We've got an exciting new show debuting here on TV8 in the coming weeks. It's currently available online on thescoreboardnation.com, and it's heavily related to the sports show that Maddie and I have been making since late June. But this one takes a little bit of a different track, Maddie.
This one takes a very exciting track because instead of covering local sports, we're covering local activities that you can do in three of the most incredible places: Reno, Tahoe, Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's thanks to our partners, owners at Deerfield Media, also having multiple stations and multiple different markets. It means we are not just relegated to Vail anymore. We can now cover multiple different markets, and I absolutely love things that go on in Park City and the Tahoe area. This week, holy cow, Reno brought the fire. The fire. Such cool stuff coming out of Reno, Tahoe. I mean, there was the clear kayak across Lake Tahoe, and then did you look into the Sky Combat Ace high flying?
Yeah, except for then I was like, this isn't fun because I want to go. And
Well-
I was like, I need to get there now.
Yeah.
Clear bottom kayaking in actual Lake Tahoe is, like, looks breathtaking.
Yeah.
That water is so clear anyway. And then to just be able to, like, look right through the bottom of your kayak would be so cool.
So cool. I would expect a whale or some sort of Loch Ness monster to appear.
I would dream that it would be like a manatee or a beluga.
A big white beluga whale in Lake Tahoe. I back that.
Right.
That. Something's got to be down there. Something's got to be down there.
I don't know why I recently have found this obsession with beluga whales, but I really love them. I just think they're so cute.
They are pretty adorable. They're probably the most adorable of the whale family. So this week on, so the show is called Scoreboard Nation. It's got really exciting content from, as Maddie said, Reno, Tahoe Market, Park City, and us in Vail. And even though it says scoreboard, it's not necessarily traditionally sports focused. This is going to be more adventure focused. It's going to get you, as a Vail viewer, introduced to what's going on in Park City and in Reno, Tahoe, and then vice versa for those markets for us here in Vail. Our segment covered an amazing local named Davis Hermes, who is one of the progenitors of freestyle highline slacklining, a burgeoning new kind of niche within the slacklining community. So that was a really fun interview that I got to do with Davis earlier this summer. So that's what we're showing off. And my favorite part about Scoreboard Nation is going to be showing off to all these other markets just how amazing the various things in Vail are. So it's kind of like take pride in my community show as well as a learn more about other markets show.
See, my favorite part about Scoreboard Nation is I grew up here in Vail, but I also grew up in Park City, Utah. So spending my time split between these two incredible places, I get to take pride in showing off both places. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's home. And I'm like, but here's home. And it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, that's a fun opportunity for you.
And now I'm like, now I want to adventure to Reno Tahoe and do some clear bottom kayaking. And of course, I'm an adrenaline junkie. Anything up in the air, I'm like, Mom, sorry, skydiving again. And she's like, oh no. Okay. So
well,
all
the
of it.
sky combat it's not skydiving.
I know, but
it's getting in a fighter plane. I just want to tell our audience, I know you know.
Okay.
It's getting in a fighter plane and dogfighting, like a legit F-18 plane. They let you, there's a real pilot there to control things, but you, for the most part, get to pilot the plane, and you're like shooting laser beams at the plane that makes targets go off. So it's almost like you're in an F-18. Like, that's absolutely insane. Leave it to Reno. Those guys are nuts.
I know, but I mean, that would be something I would do because I think it would be so fun.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I first heard about this, ironically, like 10 years ago because a video game press event took journalists to this. So I had just heard about it through podcasts and on the internet. I didn't even know it was still going on. And here we go covering it on Scoreboard Nation.
I love it. I'm so excited for the next episode to see what adventures we're going to go on.
Yeah. So this is at thescoreboardnation.com. It's right there on the front page. Just scroll down a little bit and you'll find the Scoreboard Nation videos. And of course, from there, you can click in to see my episodes of the Scoreboard that Maddie and I make for Colorado or the Park Cities team. There's 2 little buttons for Utah and Colorado. So get yourself familiarized with thescoreboardnation.com. And then very shortly, it will be premiering on Monday nights here after the Scoreboard. We're going to have a whole sports block coming your way. We're going to start marathoning the Scoreboard so you can catch up on all the fun stuff we did this summer. We've got big plans for TV8. We can't reveal everything quite yet, but we did want to chat with you about this amazing new show because it's available now. So that's Scoreboard Nation on thescoreboardnation.com.
I absolutely love this, Eric. I'm so excited. We're doing big things here at TV8, but yeah, we're keeping a few of them as just a nice little secret. This is the website, so if you just scroll down from here, you'll see that Scoreboard Nation. You'll see a brief intro, and it'll be absolutely incredible to watch our new show. I love what we're doing here.
Yeah, big time TV stars now. Look at us go. And it's fun for everybody watching because we keep things goofy. And there's seriously is great content in there. It's a super fun show. So tune into that. Keep tuning into Good Morning Vail for all our exciting new announcements coming up in the near future. For now, let's take a short break and bring on that Vail Town Council member, Brian Stockmar.
Good morning, Vail.
With its world-famous sandy beaches, stunning postcard views, and a laid-back beach town vibe, welcome to San Diego. I'm Stephanie J. This is the Opulent Minute.
Escape today to Whitefield Vistas in La Jolla. Originally built in 1928, this recently remodeled estate maintains its quaint classic feel while impressing with its rustic modern charm and bright decor.
I'm here with Sarah with Toddlers Travels. Tell us a little bit about what services you provide.
We're a full-service baby and beach equipment rental company for travelling families coming to San Diego, so you can travel hassle-free with young children.
Book now through our concierge services page on opulentvacations.com.
Renowned master architect Russell Forrester designed the living room and downstairs suite, as well as the expansive decks surrounded by tropical gardens with an ocean view. This home is perfect for your next luxury vacation. Thanks for watching the Opulent Minute.
Book now at opulentvacations.com.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale, and in many of the houses we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
My name's James, and I've been in the market for mortgages several times over the years, so I've gone through the process with different people. And when I met Andrea, she explained to me why my current loans were subpar and how she could get better loans with better rates.
If I had to describe Andrea in one word, I think I would use the word passionate. She is very passionate about what she does and getting the right solutions for her clients, and that made her an absolute pleasure to work with.
Hi, I'm Andrea Cox. You can reach me at 435-631-9262. Call me, text me, or you can reach me on my website, andreacoxmortgage.com.
Good morning, Vail.
In an effort to better educate all of our viewers on the various town council or potential town council members that are running in this upcoming election, we've been trying to bring on every candidate that is running. And today, I'm happy to be welcomed by Brian Stockmar, current incumbent on the council and running for re-election. Brian, thank you so much for joining me.
Well, good morning. It's good to be here.
Yeah, longtime Vail resident. You've been here since around the founding of Vail, I believe?
Well, we skied here the first time in 1963 in January. There was the Coors Light gondola and I think just 2 lifts, 4 and 5 at the time, all doubles.
Yeah.
And then I raced a little bit badly as a kid. Then I went to school in another part of the country and went to law school, came back to Denver, went to law school.
Yeah, alma mater, by the way, University of Denver.
Yeah.
Nice job.
And
best school out there.
In between, I went to the London School of Economics for an economics degree. And so that's my background. I practiced law in Denver, but also with a large California law firm that is actually based in San Francisco. My work was Tokyo, London, a lot of other areas of the world and parts of the United States. And my focus was on mergers, acquisitions, and securities law and financings.
So let's shift it to more the current election. So
yes, that's
driving
long
you,
history.
Yeah, so what's driving you to be on council, and then what's your primary goal now that you've been an incumbent? What have you accomplished, and what are you looking to accomplish with re-election?
Well, I was asked to run by a number of people. I was chairman of the PEC for two years, and on it for 2 terms or 4 years. And some friends in town asked me to run because they thought that I'd done a fairly good job at PEC. I ran primarily to focus on a couple of significant issues which are still my foci. One is that I think we need an ethics code. We've encountered some situations, and you're very well aware of a major one, where there have been ethics issues, and one of them is now involving a lawsuit against the town and the town against the individual. Virtually every one of our peer communities has an ethics code. And I think it's important that we develop that, and that it applies not only to council, but to board members and commission members and staff. Ethics are a very important issue for me. And then secondly, I would like to see fire hardening of our town building code. I know it's bothersome to people, but most of the significant community fires that have occurred in recent years have arisen because embers have lodged in shake shingle roofs that haven't been well maintained or treated. And I walk around my neighborhood and there are lots of shake shingle roofs that are peeling and cracking, and they're just prone for an ember. I've talked to our fire chief, Mark Novak, about this over the years, and I'm not going to speak for him, but I think he agrees that we need to really address the issue and make all of our structures safer. Part of the reason that that's an issue for me is that one of my law partners in California had a home in the Berkeley Hills above San Francisco, which is where my firm was based, and was building a new home to move into. Both of them were seriously fire hardened. The right kind of roofing, the right kind of siding, to make sure that it would be in the right kind of defensible space, to be sure that that an ember wouldn't lodge, wouldn't cause the building to burn to the ground. in the about 30 years ago, I don't know if you recall, but there was a huge fire in the Berkeley Hills, and there were about 100 large, these were expensive homes, structures, that were burned to the ground, literally to ash. And I saw an aerial photograph that this partner of mine, law partner of mine, sent me. There were 2 structures standing, 2.
Both his.
Both his.
Yeah.
And that taught me an immense lesson, because I hadn't really thought about it that much before.
I think the challenge with that is that that would likely be a cost incurred by the homeowner in order to fire harden.
No question. No, it's building codes, and this has been one of the objections, but and I'm not saying do it tomorrow morning.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm saying that over a reasonable period of time, people have to maintain and replace roofs. And we can apply a reasonable period of time to it. But if we don't do it, my fear is that we're going to face a fire. Even Mark Novak has said that his greatest fear is a fire that starts in gypsum and ends in silverthorn.
Yeah, there's fully a possibility, especially considering all of the dry sagebrush that occurs between gypsum and Avon, and then from there you get into the situation where home structures that they were all built in the 80s. I mean, I own a condo here in Avon that's just not falling apart per se, but definitely
but it's aging.
Exactly.
All of our homes are aging.
It's been 40 years at this point. So,
sure.
Yeah, and they weren't necessarily built in the best ways. Back in the 80s, I believe it was ski patrollers working construction in the summer, just building all the condos.
They did a good job.
As good a job as
Absolutely.
anybody in the 80s could. But the 80s.
Well, now you can use a 3D printer that's the size of a truck to build a house with concrete that's printed through these nozzles. It's amazing technology.
Yeah.
Now there was just an article, I think it was even in the Vail Daily, about these 3D printed concrete homes. They're not big, they're tiny homes, but they are a partial, because they're so inexpensive, and yet they can be fitted out very comfortably. There is an opportunity to use that kind of technology going forward, in addition to classic stick-built technology, to develop housing that's very effective. Now, another issue that I've noted, and you've noted if you've been watching council meetings, that there are a lot of people who refer to our housing situation as a crisis. Well, if it's a crisis, it's been a crisis for 35 or 40 years.
Correct.
This is not new. The issue is to find the right reason for our situation and the real factors contributing to it. Now, we have problems attracting employees. I think there are 4 major reasons.
Unfortunately, I wish we probably should have focused more on that, because I do want to hear your thoughts on that. So maybe we can bring the council members back for another round, or get you on for a web special.
I've enjoyed it.
But I do find it interesting, your primary goal or your primary platform being ethics, because I do think that's also an important factor. And it's important to have various points of views from town council members so we don't get pigeonholed into one focus and lose track of the many other complications going on in our valley. So thank you very much, Brian, for joining us. And each day we will be trying to bring on another town council member. So stay tuned to Good Morning Vail for more of that in the coming weeks, and more of Good Morning Vail right after this.
Good Morning Vail.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We've got some exciting news for the Scoreboard coming up. As you know, we've been putting our videos on YouTube every Monday or Tuesday. It's going to get a little more consistent, though. YouTube is going to be 6 p.m. on Tuesdays, and soon on Channel 92. That's right, we will be on Comcast Channel 92 for your Monday 6 p.m. premiere, followed by Scoreboard Nation on Mondays, and we're going to have a marathon
Scoreboard Marathon, let's go!
Yeah, so all of the episodes that have been on YouTube will now be marathoning on Comcast Channel 92. We want to make sure that you're caught up with all the fun adventures that I went on this summer. Plus, if you haven't been watching on YouTube, you've missed all the fall high school sports coverage. There have been some incredible matchups. Battle Mountain Soccer is absolutely stellar right now. Their volleyball team, though their record doesn't show it, they are standouts. Those games are super fun to watch. Of course, Vail Mountain School, we can't forget about them. Upcoming this winter, we will bring you exclusive coverage of the Vail Yeti hockey team. You've never had that. You've never had video coverage of the Vail Yeti? Well, that's what we're here to do, Maddie.
Bringing all sorts of new light to the sports here in our community, which is absolutely incredible because, I mean, maybe this is something that you've been lacking hype in. We're going to bring it to you.
We live for hype here. So make sure to tune into the Scoreboard Marathon, 6 to 8 p.m. weekday nights, Comcast Channel 92. And remember, if you can't catch the score, you can always catch
the scoreboard.
Good morning, Vail.
I think that every way to start a great day is some yoga, and there's a perfect place to do it here in our community, right here actually in the heart of Avon, the athletic club at the Westin, and we've got Lauren and Shakti here to give us some great information about some wonderful new things that they've got. Ladies, thank you so much for being here this morning.
Of course.
Thank you.
It's bright and early.
It's early, but in the yoga world, we get up early, especially Shakti. But we have a lot going on at the athletic club at the Westin. As always, every month we have a lot of special events. But this month, we are very excited to have Shakti back with us, and she's got a lot going on and bringing to the club. So I'll let you talk a little bit about what you're doing and who you are.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I'm Shakti, and I am a contemplative mythologist and a deep psychologist, but I've been teaching yoga also for over 2 decades. And so I weave the storytelling and the psycho-spiritual awareness to all of my classes. And right now I'm bringing 4 classes per week to the Westin. And what's really cool about these classes is that they are open to the public. You know, people can come in and do the practice in person with me, but also we're going to be live streaming these classes and then recording them so that you can watch them again and again.
Take them as many times as you need.
That's it.
Yeah. I think right now people are kind of grasping at the thought of any therapy that they can really get their hands on just throughout the course of the last year or year and a half or almost 2 years that we've endured, not only as a community but just as a whole. And I think it's so important that people realize that even these beginner steps can help so much, which it's hard to find a beginner yoga class here in our community, and that's something that you're offering.
That's right. On Thursdays at noon, it's all about beginners and also people who are beginning again. So, you know, this whole program, this whole practice of yoga is really an ongoing cycle that you can dive into deeper and deeper and deeper every single time you practice. So beginning again, fresh and new, almost every single time you practice, really this class could be for everyone.
Which, I mean, I absolutely love. And I love that it's open to the community, especially just right now. Like, we just need to come together. I feel like everyone just needs to, like, hug it out. And I feel like taking a yoga class is such an empowering way almost to do that. And your background in, like, working with the brain and helping people through maybe trauma or things like that, I can imagine comes out so in full force as you're talking people through their yoga classes.
Yeah, it's about resiliency, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, like right now is a time to develop and discover our resiliency. And that's something that's a mind, body, spirit endeavor, is really to remember who we are and empowered beings. So yeah, that's what these classes can offer.
Which is incredible. And for a week, so 2 early classes, I believe is what I saw, which is nice for those early birds. And then maybe if you're someone where you have to be somewhere early in the morning like I do. You have afternoon and later in the evening classes.
All of the classes are so uniquely different. So the early morning classes are really about awakening, and I engage the teachings of inner power yoga, which is the practice that I've been teaching for 20 years. And it really awakens your inner body so that you can really just like start your day in a powerful way. And then the evening class on Monday evenings is a lunar flow and yoga nidra. So this is really incredibly unique and a beautiful practice for, you know, helping to unwind at the end of the day. This lunar flow is a consistent moon salutation that we learn, and we practice again and again so that you start to really feel this engagement in your body. And then the this practice of yoga nidra is completely restorative. So that's the evening practice, and then the Thursday practice that we mentioned before is for beginners.
Yes, Love Train, onboarding. That's what we call it. So
yeah,
I mean, it's incredible that you're doing this and that you guys are allowing it to be open to the community, just because the athletic club at the Westin is such a beautiful facility. And right now, you guys are also running some great deals. So if people want more than just these yoga classes, they can jump on board for a smoking deal.
Of course. So we have a ton of events every month. We have lots of special classes, but overall, each week we have over 50 group fitness classes available to members. We also are running our fall fitness special right now. So it's $295 for 60 days for an individual, and $495 for a family for 60 days. So it's a great time to join, get your fitness in check for the winter ahead. And then members have access to our club, our classes. They get discounts at our spa Anjali right next door. And then also we have the Theragun. You know, that is a great part of our spa, but in our fitness center, we actually have a high price recovery station that we added recently as well. So yeah, a lot going on. In terms of fitness classes and special events, this month we are doing a yoga and sound bowl class. We're also doing another Ayurveda workshop, a melt workshop. We have a fun class coming up for Halloween. It's called Voodoo Dance Party. It's with Meredith Kirkman, a local choreographer, and that is on the Friday before Halloween. So just a fun time to dance, have a little social with the community. And then we also have a dosha balancing class. So all of those special classes, as well as Shakti's classes in our regular scheduled fitness classes, can be found on our website, which is athleticlubwestin.com. Or you could also call our front desk, 970-790-2051 for more information on any of these things. So same with the membership special. It's a great time to join too. So
I mean, it's a great time to join, as we do yoga here on Thursday mornings too, which is incredible. And I love that we're bringing this to people at their homes first thing in the morning, because then they can be like, oh man, like I can join in really quickly, and they can participate in exactly what we're doing, which I love. But as I've never been into yoga, and now that we're starting to slowly do it, I'm like, wow, all of my muscles from like here down are so tight that I'm like, I need to gear up for ski season, and I feel like I should probably start coming to your Thursday noon classes, because I'll already be in my yoga gear.
Come to class, it's perfect.
Yeah,
yes.
Right.
It's a great area. We really try to focus on the community, as we talked about earlier, getting people together. And just, we have so many different types of fitness classes, not only yoga. We have bar, we have melt, as I mentioned earlier, strength and conditioning. We started winter sports conditioning this month again to prepare for winter. And then also we have Pilates mat and equipment classes, and our equipment program is huge right now. Right now we're having Monday through Friday an 8 a.m., a 9 a.m., a noon, a 4, and a 5 o'clock class.
Wow.
So we have a lot going on in that department also, and it's a great time to join and try to work on some of those other muscles. So
yeah. Well, speaking of working on muscles, we're going to do a little bit of that here on Good Morning Vail after this short break. So make sure that you stay tuned, because we're going to take a real quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be doing a nice little channeling our inner yogi here on Good Morning Vail, and I'm so excited.
Good Morning Vail.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Located in sunny San Diego, just steps from one of the most prestigious beaches in California. I'm Stephanie J. This is the Opulent Minute.
Located just a half a block to La Jolla Shores Beach, this property has amazing outdoor space, which includes a large deck off the living room and decks off each bedroom. The jacuzzi on the back patio is perfect for relaxing in after a long day at the beach.
I'm here with Andres, the owner of Dinner with a Chef. Tell us a bit about the services that you offer.
We offer personal chef experiences for any occasion where you're able to enjoy your guest while leaving the rest to us.
For more information, visit opulentvacations.com. The open, contemporary design, complete with marble flooring and modern appliances, make this the ultimate luxury beach accommodation.
Opulent Vacations' signature concierge service is included with every reservation.
I'm heading down to the beach to soak up some sun. Thanks for watching the Opulent Minute.
Book now at opulentvacations.com.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale, and in many of the houses we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
Good morning, Vail.
We said we were going to get our muscles moving, and we were not. Just a kidding. Whether it's actual moving or just getting our inner muscles to move. And Shakti, you're going to guide us through this incredible moment that we are going to have. I'm excited.
I certainly am. I'm excited too. So I'm guiding you through inner power yoga. This is the yoga style that I've been teaching for 20 plus years. And it really is about cores. So you know how in fitness classes, someone will say, engage your core? Mm-hmm. Well, in inner power yoga, the question would be, which core? Because we actually have more energetic centers in our body than just one. So sitting here on the floor, what I want you to do is to close your eyes and bring your hands to your low belly. So you can make even like a little triangle, bringing your thumbs together, bring your index fingers together, and you make this little triangle below your belly button. And this is the area at your pelvis, right? It's right at your lower abdominals, where we call this the lunar core. So close your eyes and take a deep breath and see if you can breathe all the way down into this lunar core. And feel your lower belly expand, and then exhale and feel it soften, and just really engage, connect inside, right? This is inner power yoga, because you start to feel this connection to the inner body and the strength of your cores. And then bring your hands to the base of your rib cage. So right at the base of your rib cage, where your diaphragm lives, is another core. And we call this your solar core. So when you breathe into your diaphragm, you can feel it diving down, right, into your lower belly. And then when you exhale, you feel it releasing back up into its little nest in your ribs. You feel that? So those are two different areas, yes? Eric,
Yes.
does that make sense? It's not just one place, it's two places. Now bring your hand to your heart, both hands. And just inhale and feel your heart, your lungs, your chest, your ribs, all of that expanding and opening. And just feel that expansion, how it affects your back body. Let your shoulders drop down your back, create some space in your throat. Yeah, beautiful. And that's our third core. That's the vital core of your heart. And now just bring your hands to your head, like kind of cradle your skull right where it meets your neck. So we call these the suboccipital muscles, right? That's back there where your skull meets your spine. And this is your fourth core. It's actually what we call the palatal plane, because it's your palate and the base of your skull. And this is the action. Now open your eyes, I want you to see me. When you go like this all day in front of a screen, right? That forward head posture. So what I want you to do is pull it back, reverse it, and feel this lengthening through the back of your neck. That is the palatal plane alignment. Now bring your palms together in front of your heart and see if you can feel all four of these cores. And when we are awakening these four cores, what happens is that your entire inner being becomes brighter and you become stronger from the inside out. Okay, so now we're going to take this into a plank.
Oh man, okay.
I mean it. Okay, so come onto your hands and knees.
We're TikTok stars. We get to be planking.
You're gonna be planking right here, because it's one thing to, have this kind of passive, deep connection to your inner body, but then it's super important to recognize, well, how does this activate? How does this engage with the world around us and make us stronger people? So let's experience that physically in a plank.
Okay.
So come onto your hands and knees. Spread your fingers really wide, tuck your toes under, and you're going to pop into your plank. Now your hips are going to line with your spine, and you're going to take some deep breaths. Okay? So there's this tendency in the plank for this kind of bowing action to happen right at your low back. And that is because there's a lack of awareness in these cores. So what I want you to do is find that lunar core, the lower belly, and draw it up and in. Really strong and powerful. Then draw your solar core right at the base of your ribcage up and in. That's it. So this is now super strong. And then keep all that and just let your vital core, your heart, release down. Keep your strength, strong power. Last bit, palatal plane, draw the base of your ears in line with your spine. Now, reach, stretch from the top of your head to your heels. Get long and straight. Nice, Eric. Knees to the floor, hips to your heels, child's pose. So you can see how this connection to your inner body really creates more empowerment for all of your practices, all of your asanas in your yoga, and also your entire life. How do you feel?
Oh man, putting that much weight on my shoulder hurts, but it's good.
Oh. Yeah, we have to do a little therapeutics with your shoulder.
I know.
One of the things that can help with that is to really plug your shoulders into their sockets. So when you pull that head of your humerus, the bone, deep into its socket, so try this. Ready? Just pull your shoulders into your sockets. Yes. Now spread your fingers really wide. Come back up into a table. Keep that engagement in your shoulders. Let your heart release and melt through. Yes. And as you engage there, then consider expanding into the floor a lot, like push through the floor a lot. Keep all of that power and then come into your plank. Yeah, keep hugging that in. That's it. Do you feel the difference?
Yes, except for there's no cartilage in that shoulder, so keeping that bone on bone really close.
Yeah, okay, well just shake it out. That's what you want to do, is just release any.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's okay, yeah. Whoops. Whoops on ski accidents.
Well, hopefully your practice will continue to rehabilitate that shoulder.
Yeah, that's what they kind of said even at the orthopedic surgeon. They were like, these stretches are good for it, so continue.
Good for it. And the key is in the breath. So when you start to feel that tightness, just really feel into the breathing, and that'll help inform you if you really need to soften. It'll give you the information that you need to work with that shoulder in a healing way.
I know, which is incredible. I can already feel it.
That's so good. And Eric, what do you think? Could you feel that the inner engagement?
When I got into plank, yes. But I don't know if I'm just that inflexible, but sitting down is hard, and the breathing hurts.
Yes.
It was strange, but when I got into plank, it felt great.
Yeah, good. So you could really engage those inner energy centers to find that lift, right? To find that connection to your inner body.
It was like I was too squished together when I was sitting. Like I couldn't actually affect my lungs or the belly to stretch out and actually fill it with air.
Yes.
That's probably a bad sign.
Well, this is what this practice will help to give you is more information about what's going on in the inside so that you can create more space. Because really that's what we want to do with these practices is have more space, more opening so that you can access more breath. Because breath is life, right?
Very important when you're split boarding or hiking or skiing.
Or
out
living.
There.
Yes. Or living.
I guess you need to breathe to live. I don't know. It's still, we could table that debate for later.
Well, thank you so much for practicing.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great session, Shakti.
Yes, thank you. And it's so important. I think that people, when they think yoga, they just think that it's the action of the motion of yoga, but there are so many different aspects, and that's kind of what you're here to explain to people.
Yes, that it's mind, body, spirit, all integrated, and that there are challenges, right? Physical challenges that when we breathe and we work through mentally, that actually help break through mental challenges as well.
Which I think is so important. And so if people again want to come see you, what are the times, one more time, of your 4 classes?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have the 6:30 a.m. on Mondays and Wednesdays. That's the Inner Power Yoga Awakening, and we do a lot of work with these 4 cores. Eric, be great for you. Start to open and expand and create more space so that even sitting becomes more spacious and you have more access to your breath. And then on Monday nights at 7, we have the lunar flow and the yoga nidra. So that's really juicy and releasing and relaxing and restorative. And then on Thursdays at noon is the love train, onboarding for yoga beginners and those who are beginning again.
Which is absolutely incredible. You guys are recommending that people register online or in advance to coming to one of these incredible classes, but they're completely free, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Open to the public.
They're open. I as far as I know, they're open.
Probably not free, but open to the public is the right terminology. Excuse me. Sorry on
we'll
that
have
one.
to see about that.
Yeah.
But they are open to all.
Yeah,
and I
yeah,
hope
yeah.
everyone can come out and join for one of these classes. And, you know, like I said before, what's really for me exciting about these classes, I've done this teaching for a long time, and I've taught online and I've taught in person. And one of the benefits of being online, especially during some of our lockdown times over the last couple of years, is that I've really developed friends and students from all over the world, right? And that's really special, and I'm super grateful for all of those new people. And at the same time, there's something really important and valuable, like you said, about being in person with each other and being able to really engage in that way. So these classes offer the best of both. You can take them online or you can take them in person.
Whatever your comfort level is right now, which is incredible that you're accommodating to everyone.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, and it feels really good. It feels good to be back in the studio, and it feels good to still be engaging with all of our friends that are far away or in the community in their home.
Oh my gosh, Shakti, thank you so much for coming in this morning and giving us all of this great information and helping us breathe a little bit better.
Yeah, good to know about the 3 different areas of inhaling and exhaling, the lunar, solar, and
vital, palatal plane.
Palatal.
This is a
Lunar,
really
solar,
big
vital.
thing in inner power yoga practice because not a lot of practices talk about this. And really when we get in that forward head posture patterning, it is so detrimental and we really lose out on a lot of the life force breath. So getting those ears over your shoulders, getting your heart open, knitting your lower ribs, feeling the power of your lower belly, your lunar core, this all opens the pathway. And then plugging that shoulder in as you are you rehabilitating that shoulder, really keeping your integration. That's going to help protect and heal.
Amazing. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Tune in tomorrow. We'll be live from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Thank you.
Coming up right now, one airline gets the heftiest fine ever for leaving passengers stranded on the runway.
Also coming up, a FedEx delivery guy just showed us the best way to talk yourself out of